With the future of U.S. healthcare up in the air, many Georgians are on edge about their own medical futures. If you're uninsured or underinsured and you suddenly get sick, what do you do?
Well, that's a frightening question, one Fulton County woman recently found herself facing. And the Fox medical team's Beth Galvin joins us now with her story. Beth.
And Deidre and Tom, it's scary enough to be diagnosed with something like cancer, but Shannon Matthews knew that there was no way with her job and her plan she was going to be able to afford treatment. So she got online and she started searching for help, and she found it right here in her own backyard.
Shannon Matthews remembers the moment her life changed. The 39-year-old South Fulton mother of 5 was lying in bed with her husband in April of 2016 when she felt a lump in her breast.
In my mind, I just knew what it was. I went into planning mode. You know, who can I call? What can I do?
But Matthews had bare bones health insurance that she was pretty sure wouldn't cover the cost of a breast exam or mammogram, much less cancer treatment.
So then you can imagine my panic. And so I immediately started Googling online, looking for places that I can go.
That's when she found the nonprofit Center for Black Women's Wellness in Atlanta, which got her in for a breast exam in just 2 days.
And they just welcomed me with open arms. This is what you're gonna do. This is what you do next. They checked the lump that I had found, but in doing that breast exam, they found a lump under my arm that I didn't know was there.
The center sent Matthews to its partner, Emory St. Joseph's Hospital, for a free diagnostic mammogram. And center CEO Jamia Dorsey says their goal is to make sure that uninsured and lower income women who are facing a crisis like cancer aren't falling through the cracks.
Because the reality is that not only is there the treatment aspect, but women have to deal with, well, what happens if I have to take off work? What happens to my children? You know, what does this do to me?
I've seen many patients that do have a upsetting diagnosis, new diagnosis, just go into denial because they don't know how they're going to pay for it. They're afraid of going forward and seeking treatment because they're afraid of huge medical bills.
After her mammogram came back abnormal, Matthews was told she'd need a breast ultrasound and a biopsy that very day. So the center paid for those tests too.
We found out that I had stage 3 breast cancer that had spread to the lymph nodes. So now we're dealing with a very aggressive cancer.
Good morning, Miss Matthews.
From day one, I was, okay, this is cancer. Let's do what we have to do to get it. Let's beat it.
Referred here to Emory's Winship Cancer Institute to begin chemotherapy, Matthews now needed coverage to pay for that treatment. So an Emory St. Joe's cancer navigator worked with the center again to pull together the paperwork she'd need to qualify for a state Medicaid program for women that would cover not just the chemotherapy, but breast surgery and radiation.
I never had to wonder about the treatments, my medicines. Everything went so smoothly. I did not have any hiccups.
Today, Shannon Matthews is a year out of her treatment, back for a checkup, and cancer-free. Grateful, she says, for the nonprofit that helped her get here.
I'm from Atlanta and I never knew that facility was there. Never seen it, I never passed it, I never knew anything about it. So.
And now Shannon is telling everybody she sees about it, and the Center for Black Women's Wellness uses a sliding fee system in which women pay what they can based on their income. They also accept Medicaid, and while most of their clients are African American women, the center says it does not restrict its services based on a person's gender or race. And we'll have a link to the center's website on fox5atlanta.com. Just look for this story in the Fox medical team section. Deidre and Tom?
Really evidence of the life-saving work that's being done there.
Yeah.
And as she said, so many people are not aware that programs like that are available.
Right, and what a safety net. I mean, when you really, really need it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Beth.